DJ the Barber Prodigy here, and I'm back. I did a video, actually it's been about 2 or 3 years back, talking about my least favorite enhancement. And now I want to come to you guys and bring you guys a more updated video about my favorite enhancements. Now, as often as possible, and I recommend this, try to always cut it natural. If you can cut it natural, cut it natural. And the reason I say that is because enhancements, even though they look nice and they're glamorous and they give you these Instagram cuts where it's just super dark and crispy all over, the fact is, all of it is temporary. Every single one you use is temporary. So as often as possible, you want to refrain from using temporary stuff, but if you want to or the client requests it, then yeah, let me show you guys my top picks. All right, first up is Kiss Semi-Permanent Tintation. Now this one, I normally take and I use my brush and I apply it just to the line to give that line that solid, crispy look. And you know, it's semi-permanent, so it lasts a little bit longer than all the rest on the list. You can actually use just this by itself. Take the brush and put it on, apply it to the line evenly and brush it back with a soft brush, and you got a nice dark full line. This method, I say, does take a little longer, but it does last the longest out of the top 3 on my list today. So I definitely do recommend it if you have to use it, because like I said, as far as temporary enhancements go, this one's probably going to be your best bet for what'll last the longest for your client under heavy sweat and like precipitation or even just regular shower habits. This one will hold up the best. All right, next up, we have the legendary Tomb45. Now, this one kind of needs no introduction. Probably I'd have to say, if you're using enhancements, you've already heard of the Tomb45 No Drip, and to couple with the Tomb45 Beam Team XL. Now, you can use it with other sprayers. So like I said, before I got the Beam Team XL, I was using this one right here, which is just I think the brand is Abute. I got it off of Amazon. It's like $60, $70. Very, 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 very good air gun, portable air gun. And this is one I usually take for mobile appointments. Honestly, it holds a lot more than the Tomb45, and it sprays, in my opinion, it sprays a little better. But the Tomb45 is a more professional one. It holds the battery charge longer. But the video is not about airbrushes. It's about enhancements. So, guys, I definitely do recommend this one. And the reason I say it, and the reason why this one made top 2 for me is because after about a week and a half, it does start to kind of wash out or fade. And I mean, again, like I prefaced at the beginning of the video, all enhancements are temporary. So always, you know, be cautious of that and communicate this to your customers, because you don't want them thinking that, you know, this should last to the next haircut, and it doesn't, and then they're all upset with you. So keep that in mind, and again, apply it with that intent, that knowing that it's gonna wash out in about a week and a half. But yeah, it's a very good one. It's very light. You don't have to spray a lot. So it does give the desired results, and it doesn't cost you too much. I think these are around about $20 a bottle. So you want to use it sparingly, and you don't want to spray too much on the line anyway, because you want to have that nice natural look. And all right, so we're moving on to the last and final enhancement on the list. Crazy part is, originally, this was a no-go for me. If you check my last video, you hear me say I'm 100% against it. And yes, as time goes on, we do tend to change our stance on stuff, and my stance has changed. And number 3 is hair fibers. Now, for me personally, I'm not glued to any particular brand of hair fibers. They get the job done about the same. I already go into it with the mindset that this is the most temporary of all the hair enhancements. It gives the cut a nice natural look when you apply it over. See, what I normally do is I apply the Tomb45 and then I put some hose spray down and put this over the top of it. So that keeps this on a little longer, but at the same time, it's still hair fibers, so they're still not gonna last no more than about a day or two at best. So again, keep that in mind when you're applying it, when you're talking to your clients about it, educating them about it, let them know, okay, this one lasts, it looks the most natural, but at the same time, it's probably gonna be gone by 2 days. And you'll still have the Tomb45, last a little longer than that, and you'll have the Kiss semi-permanent that'll last even longer than that. First, I apply my Kiss semi-permanent enhancement to the line. Just a small thin line going around this line up to separate, to make it very distinct between his hair and his skin. As I said, small strokes. You want to use a flat brush if possible, a wider flat brush. And don't go too low on the sides because it still needs to look natural. And if you notice that it's a little darker in some areas, take a brush, a small brush. I like to use a knuckle brush and brush it out. Brush it backward, in the backward direction. And now I'll take my Tomb45 color enhancement and go in and spray behind the hairs, basically. Apply this color enhancement to the scalp. And so that darkens up any light spots he has in his line. And we'll apply this evenly on all 3 sides. And as you can see, it's coming out nice already, but we have one more step in the process. I also like to add on a coat of hair spritz. So we're gonna let this dry first. So we already have hose spray underneath, and I like to apply spritz on top as well to help it hold. And so on top of the spritz, I'm going to apply hair fibers, and I don't really see a major difference when it comes to hair fiber brands. I use a generic brand and it seems to hold just fine. So I put the hair fibers over the other 2 enhancements. As you know, hair fibers do not last as long, so be open and upfront with your client about it so they're not expecting it to last, a week or 2, because chances are it won't. And always make sure you dry it at the end and comb through it to make sure that they're in there firmly. So alright guys, that's it. I appreciate you guys checking it out. As always, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that notification bell to let you know when I put out new content. I'm trying to post more frequently. I appreciate you guys rocking with me and all of your comments. I try to respond to them as quickly as I see them. And I want to see everybody grow up and level up in this game as best possible. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll stop dancing. I said like, comment, subscribe, and I'll stop dancing.